Hi, heathens. I have it. I have it right here. So this is not the whole thing, but the Colourpop Hocus Pocus 2 collab. I'm so excited. I did already open it because it came yesterday and I had to make sure nothing was broken. So I have the mascara, which is the Butcherson Bff Mascara, which is like a plum color. I have three of the Jelly Munches, but that's all there was. The highlighter and the palette. I'm so excited. Okay, so we're gonna try it out. Obviously, a little tight over here. I might have to move that back some. Okay, so I'm very excited, as you can tell. And I want to start by trying to take off the mascara that I have on, because I do want to try the Billy Butcherson mascara. So I saw Hocus Pocus 2. I'm not going to give any spoilers for this, but I really enjoyed it, and I thought that the tie-ins to the first movie were really well done. There were a few things where I was like, I don't know about that. But overall, really enjoyed it. Would definitely recommend if you are a fan of the first one and aren't like dead set on the sequel being the exact same, because it's just not gonna be. But considering that sequels, in my opinion, usually kind of suck in comparison to the originals, with the exception in my book of that being Lion King 2, because I loved it. I think this did really good. It did not ruin the charm and nostalgia of the first one. Okay. I don't even know where to start. So, I'm going to start with the Jelly Munches and at least show you the colors. So we have I Am Calm, which is, of course, Winifred. These, just like the Nightmare Before Christmas collab, there was another one that had print on the inside, and I forget which one it is. This is like, oh, there's a kitty on the front. It's like a white silver kind of shimmer. So I'm gonna swatch just a little bit. I might use one of these on my eyes. It depends on what I wind up doing with the palette, because, spoiler alert, I really like the palette and I think there's so much that can be done with it. So I might do a combination. I might do one eye one, one eye the other. But, ooh, there's like a green reflect in that. This is I Am Calm. It does, I'm going to get a little closer because I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. It does have like actual, let me put my glasses on. Might help me see. Ignore my little hedgehog hairs. It does have actual like chunks of glitter in it, which I know is not everyone's forte. I don't mind a little glitter. I like glitter on the eyes as long as it's not like big chunks, and these are not. Then we have Come to Play, which is Sarah. And again, little designs on the inside of the packaging. This is a purple, of course, shimmer. It has a skull on the front of it. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to swatch it on my hand. Oh. I keep trying to drop it because the Jelly Munches have these little like lids that you put back in them to keep them fresh. And the lids are they're not slippery, but they're very small and they want to slip out of my hands. So, ooh, That one's really pretty. There's a little bit left on my finger, and I don't know if you can tell on my finger, but this one has a little bit of glitter in it as well. But this is what that swatch looks like next to... Sometimes I have to cover my face because it just wants to focus on me, which is great because it's my channel, but you know what I mean. So I'm gonna use a makeup wipe to get that off my finger. And then we have Shishka Baby, which is Mary. And also what I just noticed is the inside of the packaging is the color of the Jelly Munch. The first one has that like green tint and it has a green inside. Sarah's is purple, and then Mary's is reddish orange. So hers has an eyeball on the front, top. I keep saying front, but it's technically the top. And then is like this kind of coppery red orange. And the lids for the Jelly Munch also match. They kind of suction in. So there's always some on the lid, which is where I've been getting my little swatch bits from. And that's kind of why I'm having a hard time, because then I'm trying to do this with one finger out and pop that back in and then screw the lid back on. I don't know how else you would do it, because you're, regardless which hand you use, you're going to have one finger short. Okay, so all three of them have glitter in it. I think it was just how I swatched them, but Sarah's on my hand definitely has the most glitter. I hope you can see those little glitter flecks. But like I said, I don't mind, and I'm sure they all have similar amounts of glitter, and it was just, like I said, the way that I swatched them, making Sarah's come out a little more glitter heavy. So the palette. It is the All Hallows Eve palette. So you've got this gorgeous, gorgeous unicarton and these shade names on the back. This is kind of raised. You can't really tell. Because it's not like super 3D. But then, hold on, I'm trying to get the side open without ripping it. Okay. Look, 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 look. Ooh. And it slides out. So the unicarton for this also has little designs on the inside. And this is the palette. And then the inside, it does not have a mirror. The inside has the three sisters on the top, just like on the outside, but a different design. And then this is the color scheme. So like I said, I'm really excited about it. I feel like all of these colors kind of make sense to me. They serve a purpose. So even though Cursed, which is that like lime green shimmer there, I can't put like an immediate object where I'm like, oh yeah, that's the color of blank. In my brain, when you see like classic potion movies, they're always like a green. And the shade under it, which is also green, is called Brew Another Batch. And I feel like that goes perfectly in line with that. So I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm going to use it. And we're going to put some of this on my face. So obviously I have to use my mirror, because like I said, the palette does not have a mirror inside it. And I believe that's one of the reasons why it was not cheap, but a little cheaper than some of the other larger palettes have been, because it does not have a mirror. Okay, wait. Gotta make sure there's nothing on this brush. I wish I had like just a brand new brush that I could use for this. Okay. Let's go in first with, I just tried to push my glasses up in case you didn't notice. I'm just gonna tell on myself. I think I'm gonna go for purples. Oh God. Let's go for Havoc first, which is like this mauve matte shade. Matte mauve shade. Do you say the color then matte, or do you say matte and then the color? I'd love to know. Not that it matters. I'm just curious. So I'm just going to put that kind of all over, building a base. This is gorgeous. It's like that really soft kind of grayish mauve, and I'm living for it. Like, I know I've said this before about similar shades, but this is the kind of shade, ooh, when you build it up, you definitely see some of that gray coming out. But this is the kind of shade that I could literally just throw on my lids, do nothing else to my eyes, and be perfectly content with it. I don't even know how well that shade is going to show up because it is kind of light. Next, I'm going to tap into Witch Hunters, which is just like a darker grayish purple. Same brush, because I'm just going to build up on what I just put down. Tap off the excess, and then, oh my gosh, trying to hold this palette and this mirror is not the easiest task. I'm afraid I'm going to drop everything. And then I'm going to switch brushes for my next color. So I'm just taking this mostly on that outer corner and then bringing it up into the crease. Sorry, just trying to compare eyes to make sure they look mostly even. This one has like an awkward bit of pigment right there. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell on camera. That's just like there. And for the life of me, I can't seem to get it to blend out. Now, another thing to note, I don't really care, but I know some people do. There is a little bit of fallout under each eye. I don't think it's focusing, but under each eye there is a little bit of fallout. So I'm going to take my makeup wipe and just wipe it away. All right, let me find a smaller kind of dense brush because, oh yeah, this will be perfect. Because I want the next shade to be a little more tightly packed. Ugh. I definitely need a new chair. Something that's got some back support. I'm going to go in with Observe, which is the matte purple here at the bottom. And I hate that I might be ruining the shapes in these, but I'm going to take that and just focus right now on the outer half of the eye. So I'm just patting. I haven't blended this one yet at all. Ooh, that's not gonna work. Weird. I think I knocked off a little too much that time. Yeah, it definitely seems to be applying better on this eye. But I got there. This eye just seems a little patchy, and I don't know why. I'm convinced, though, that it's my lids, because Colourpop usually has, like, really amazing formulas, but can you tell? Like, right up through here, where it's just, like, not wanting to work. Alright, so I'm going to get this a little thicker on the brush and start to blend the crease over and out. Sorry if you hear that, like, bag noise in the background. Casper's trying to get into the bag of clothes that I have on the floor that I'm trying to get rid of. And by trying to get rid of, I mean that I need to finish filling and take to Goodwill or somewhere. There's a thrift store around the corner from me that I think I'm going to try to take them to, but I don't know if they're currently accepting donations, because the last time I took stuff there, they were at capacity. But speaking of, did y'all see the news? Totally unrelated to the video I'm making, but because I've said Goodwill now, did y'all see the news that Goodwill is going to make like a bigger online store? I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like it kind of takes away some of the fun of, in my opinion, going thrifting and just being surprised by what you find. I think it's a useful idea, especially if you're looking for something specific, but like, I hope they don't try to go fully online or like start closing down some of the stores, because that would be really sad. I'm gonna have to revisit this palette one day, well, obviously, but just something about, I don't know if it's just that shade that does not want to agree with me, but it is just not looking as good as I think it should. Maybe I'm just expecting too much, but it looks a little patchy to me. Okay, anyway, let's do Wicked Ways, which is, of course, the purple shimmer. I'm going to do that on one eye, and then I am going to take one of the Jelly Munches on the other. Okay, it looks a little more pink on my finger. Okay, not a lot of that picked up. Let's try that again. Little bit better. Okay, don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna try to see if this would work better with like a super dense kind of flat brush and some setting spray. Normally that is not the case for me. I find that shimmers work better with my finger. And this one is like a soft shimmer. I don't know if that even makes sense, but it's not like a thick shimmer. So I'm gonna get some on the brush, spritz it a bit, and then see if kind of. It's kind of just sitting where I put it though. Okay. We're not gonna redo it. I'm gonna go over that with 17th Century, which is this silver shimmer over here. And I feel like they said this palette, maybe it was one of the other palettes, had like a new formula. And I'm wondering if it's this, Candle is a Light, because I don't know if you can tell, but it almost looks like a Super Shock, but not quite. Anyway, I'm going to take 17th Century. Ooh, yeah, that's the kind of shimmer I'm looking for. And we're going to put that over the top. Oh, yep, okay. Over the top of all of this. See, that's the kind of payoff that I was expecting from that purple. Okay, yeah. The mistakes are gone. They're gone. They don't exist. No one's worried about it. Okay. For the inner corner of that eye, I'm going to go in with... How did I get my hand dirty? I don't know what I touched. I'm going to go in with Cursed, because I want to see how that shimmer performs. That was that, like, bright green. Because it's this... I was going to say it's kind of the same formula to me, but, like, I barely touched it, and I have a whole pinky full. Alright, well, I'm going to take some of that up onto the lid then. And we're just going to kind of blend it out like that. Okay. I have so much pigment left on my finger. that purple, well, those two purples in me just don't seem to get along, which is very unfortunate because I know I've heard, I just cut up the brightness a little bit, so I've heard that purple pigments can be one of the hardest ones to make. So I get it. But like, Colourpop is usually bang on with all of their colors. So I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm not a little disappointed by how some of that just performed. Okay, anyway, since I was going with the purple theme, I am gonna take Sarah's Jelly Much, which is Come to Play. Showing you the box again. And I'm gonna use that on this eye over the lid. Now, you do not need a whole lot of a Jelly Much to get the effect that you are looking for, I promise you. So I'm going to take my finger, which is now clean, and get just about that much, and I'll see if I need more, but based on my swatch earlier, I don't think I will. Also, if anyone knows how to rehydrate an old Jelly Much, let me know, because I have one that apparently was not sealed properly for a while, and it has dried out. Okay, anyway, so this eye, we're just gonna take the Jelly Much and wipe it. That got in my eyelashes. Okay, see? So nice. And I hope it picks up, but some of those little glitter pigments got on my lid, which, again, I'm happy about. I just took some more off my finger and added them. Okay, now for the inner corner of this eye, I do want to go in with that potentially new formula, potentially Super Shock. I don't really know. Candle is a light. I want to see what that feels like. So, oh, it kind of feels like a Super Shock, but like a Super Shock meets actual cream shadow. So I don't know if you can see it on my finger. It actually kind of has a greenish reflect like Winnie's Jelly Much. So I'm accidentally kind of putting green on both of my inner corners. Oh yeah, that's lovely, actually. I think that would also pair really well with Winnie's Jelly Much because they both have that green reflect. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and use the mascara before I go in with the highlighter. So again, this is the Butcherson Bff Mascara. Love the packaging. And they do have like his tombstone on the front along with him, and then on the back as well. I did not get any of the, that's so cool, it's got little bats across the top, and then Colourpop and Hocus Pocus 2. I did not get any of the lips this time around because they were all like the glossy formula from what I could tell. I don't know if you can see this, but it's kind of like a plummy purple. Alright, so this is no mascara. How many times am I going to get really close with my eyeballs today? But anyway, I am really particular with glosses, and they're like cream lip formula I'm not crazy about. I'm still a matte lip girl. I know a lot of people aren't. Mattes are kind of dying out. Creams and glosses are coming back in. I'm still a matte girl. I don't know what to tell you. So me and Brittany were actually talking about this yesterday, and now I definitely see firsthand what she was saying. It doesn't deposit a lot of pigment. Like up close, like where I'm holding the mirror, you can kind of tell Maybe it would be easier to see if my eyelids weren't also purple. So maybe I goofed on that. But it's also not really a like lengthening or thickening or volumizing mascara. I genuinely do not know if you're going to be able to tell a difference, like color-wise. But assuming it even focuses. Again, I'm going to have to try this with a different eyeshadow color on too, because I think I goofed by using purple, because I wasn't even thinking that far ahead, to be honest. I just saw the purples and got drawn in. So but yeah, that's why I didn't buy the whole set. Because I was like, I'm honestly probably never going to use those lipsticks. They'd just be a collector's item for me. Or like I'd force myself to use them and then they'd last like 5 minutes. Because that's one of the reasons that I'm not crazy about glosses usually. And I'm really picky with them. I don't like that sticky. And as I've said before, I don't like when they start to pill up and bunch. I can't do that. But also, they just don't last. So if I'm wearing them to work, great. The first 5 minutes of my day, I have nice shiny lips. And then after that, I don't. So what does it matter? You know, they're great for pictures. Or like if you're going out and you know you're not going to be doing a lot of talking, eating, or drinking. Like going out, in my opinion, or in that context, I mean like going to the store, not to like the club. Okay, let me put this back in its box and I'll show you another close-up, because I feel like kind of on the lower lashes, I feel like it looks better on these top lashes than it does on these. I don't really know why. I don't know if that's just me. Can you see anything at all? I do not know. Okay. That kind of hurts my back when I have to lean forward. I'm gonna get a new setup eventually and invest in like a good camera. Now's just not the time. I do not have the funds for that. So, baby steps. I finally have like a decent organizer. Next step will be a chair. And then we'll worry about the camera. So, you know, take it one day at a time. All right, last but hopefully not least for this collection, I have the Shimmering Body Powder, which I'm going to use as a highlighter. This is the front. It is called Find the Book. Oh, book. So that's what it's called. Not oh, book, though. We have another pretty kitty. Obviously, all callbacks to Thackeray. I've never had one of these from Colourpop before. Well, technically Soul Body. Oh my god. Why is it... Okay. I was going to say, why is it so hard to get open? These do have a mirror. They're huge because they're supposed to be body highlighters. Because, like, things the size of my face. And so they have giant mirrors in them. And it looks like, honestly, this highlighter might also have a green shift. We're going to find out. So we have that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that smells really good. It actually smells like, if you've ever used the Shimmering body oils, it has that same like tropical kind of scent. Oh, I love that. All right, I've peeled off the mirror. sticky. And I'm going to take a nice fluffy highlighter brush. Yeah, this is an all over highlight brush. And I'm going to tap in. And yeah, there's a bit of a green shift. I'm going to build that up. I'm not sure how much of that shift will pick up on camera. See, this side where I have more natural light, I feel like it does pick up a little bit more. That just means this side needs a little bit more. That's how I'm going to take it anyway. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I hope that catches at least a little bit. I could just smell this all day. Very yummy. Okay. That is a slam dunk. I'm very excited about that. And I can't wait to put it all over my body. Don't know where I'm going to go with it all over my body. But it's going all over my body at some point. That's it. So, I love everything. I'm going to reassess this palette with like eye primer, a brand new brush, or like a just cleaned brush. See if that makes a difference with the purples. And of course I'm going to go in with the other shades to give them a shot as well, because I went in with some of those shimmers but not the other matte shades in the palette. So I'm hoping that it's not just, well, it can't just be the mattes, because that one purple was a shimmer. Anyway, we're going to go back in with that at some point. Let me know your thoughts of all these items down below. Thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe to see my content. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.